Behold the majesty of trumpets! The GBA era is filled with trumpets everywhere! Everywhere! Hello there everybody and welcome back to more Pokemon Emerald! So last time, we made it all the way to here, to Route 112, I believe. And, you know, of course, we had a lot more battles along the way. We had, you know, stuff Pokemon level up. We defeated a family in a row. We got to meet the interviewers Gabby and Ty, my favorite trainers in the game. And, yeah. So, we're gonna continue onward. That's basically what we're saying. To the Fiery Path. So the Fiery Path, as you would expect, contains all sorts of smog and dust and whatever. It even includes some new Pokemon. You can get yourself, you know, Numels here, as well as, you know, Coughings. But on the rare occasion that you do indeed find yourself a rare Pokemon, it is very likely going to be a Pokemon that is simply known as Torkoal, which is a defensive fire type as far as I'm concerned. Like, it's pretty good in special attack, but it's merely, but its pure intention is being a defensive fire type. So, yeah, that's got what is going for it. So, it can only be found here in the Fiery Path as far as I know. So, yeah, it's good. Either way, let me see if I can actually find it. Nope. Just another camel. It looks like Eeyore. It really does look like Eeyore. It's like, seriously, like a brown sort of Eeyore, except Eeyore's all gray, but eh. So anyway, right here is a boulder. You're going to need the HM move Strength for that. However, we do not have the ability to use Strength yet. We're gonna have to wait until another batch in order to do so. So in the meantime, I'm gonna put up a repel right here. And, let's see if, nope. Item Slave did not get any items whatsoever, so, yeah. But, here we're actually about to get some items here. So we got Rossberries. That will cure you from burns, I believe. And Pecha Berries from poison. So, yeah. Basically, put berries are key, and antidotes are, you know, useless. Those burn heals, those paralyze heals, those awakenings, you know, they're entirely worthless now, seeing as how, you know, you have the berries implemented into the mix. So, yeah. Oh, aren't you an adorable trainer? Please, I need a romantic Whoa, hey! Hey, I'm somewhat decent. Whoa, hey, get in line, man. I already have Brendan up for grabs, but I'm not afraid to swing the other way, if you know what I mean. I mean, not that I'm a girl or anything, but, you know. Whatever. So I might as well bring out Skipper and Alola here. They haven't seen any action for a while, so why don't we just do that? I'm gonna spray some acid. And we'll just get this on. Let's see. What can I talk about here while we're going through this battle, actually? I don't have anything. Oh! Here's a new Pokemon that we're actually going to run into in a little bit later. Slugma. So, yeah, that's a new Pokemon that we haven't seen yet. So he's gonna use Tackle. Gonna use Water Gun on the Slug. And, yeah. I really don't have anything to talk about here. We're just sort of, you know, going through the motions here. It's part 19, and I've already run out of stuff to talk about. Like, I did want to mention some things about, you know, stuff, but I just didn't have the time to do so because I don't have anything. Until, you know, later, because this is just sort of the, bridge. We'll just call it the bridge of this Let's Play. We'll just call it the bridge. But Skipper grew to level 27, so that's great. And, yeah, we beat him. What a bumpy ride it was. What a bumpy ride it was. Now, to brilliant my master plan. It's all part of my master plan to live here until we die. I believe right here, you can find yourself a Machop also. Which, if you want to fully evolve it, you're going to need someone to trade. But apparently link trades don't even exist because nobody has the GBA link cables anymore. Unless to show off some things for, you know, your LPs and junk. So, yeah. Either way, we have our first cool trainer. They're generally, you know, the ace trainers of the series. They have, you know, particularly strong Pokemon at their sides. You know, the usual stuff for, you know, an ace trainer or cool trainers to have. Which I believe this was actually the last game, Pokemon Emerald, to be the last generation to have, you know, ace trainers be called, you know, cool trainers. Then they would switch names upon, you know, entering Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, so. Yeah, history lesson. They weren't called ace trainers before then. They didn't have edgy haircuts like they do now. They were called cool trainers. I mean, technically they have edgy haircuts. I mean, if you looked at the sprite of the male cool trainer, you would definitely see that he has edgy hair. In fact, that's the thing you need to be an ace trainer. You need to have edgy hair. You need to have a strong Pokemon. And you also have to sound like you know you have everything to do with Pokemon, even though you know nothing. Nothing. It's really only us who really know what truly is competitive battling. So you want to battle this guy for like for two reasons. For the experience, and so that, you know, he can give you, you know, his Pokénav number. So, yeah. In fact, it was actually not that guy I wanted to talk to, it's this guy that I want to talk to. What's that? What am I doing? I'm thinking of making my own move here using a Pokemon move. Yeah, so it'll give you a TM for free. And that TM is TM43, which is Secret Power. Secret Power is an interesting move. Basically, its effects depend on the environment. So, like, if you're in a grassy area, it can sometimes make your Pokemon fall asleep, and, you know, so on and so forth. But Secret Power actually has another use. I'm gonna go ahead and teach it to Item Slave because, you know, Item Slave obviously needs to be more than just an Item Slave. He needs to be an HM Slave too. So we'll forget Odor Sleuth because who uses that? Who even uses that? And if you see some vines drop down here, you'll be able to use Secret Power in order to make yourself a secret base. So this is your secret base. Basically put, it's a room in which, you know, you can decorate your room with all sorts of really cool stuff like posters. You can put your dolls on mats. You can, you know, put desks here. It's basically your own little leisure type place where you can make your room out of anything and everything that the game has to offer you. So, there are in total like 150 of these little things that you can use for, you know, your secret base, like cushions, dolls, posters, mats, ornaments, plants, desks, and chairs. And I will not be going for all that because I honestly really don't care. Honestly, really don't care about secret bases, honestly. Like, I mean, they're okay if you want to have, you know, a leisurely good time. And, you know, you can also pack up your secret base if you don't want to use this anymore. But still, if you're really into, you know, decorating your homeroom, sort of like, you know, Animal Crossing, in that you can decorate in any way you want, then go right ahead. I won't judge you. But I really don't think it's for me. At least, not in the right mood. I have to be in a certain sort of mood if I want to go to, you know, a secret base sort of crowd. Anyway, we just used our Mach Bike in order to get up that slope. Starting with this route, there are going to be some, daisuke. There are going to be some slopes that you can, you know, ride up upon. And you can't get up those slopes without using the Mach Bike. Yeah, that's the purpose of the Mach Bike, to get you up really steep slopes that, you know, you would normally slide down upon. So, there you go. That's what the Mach Bike is for. And, of course, that'll lead you to a lot of, you know, different pathways for you to take. You can completely bypass those trainers if you use this pathway if you like. And also there's a little indent on the wall, meaning you can build a secret base there. And technically speaking, you can technically bypass like all of this if you just go up the route that I took. But I went up that route anyway because I want to show everything. They gave me lots of berries too. Here you go, you can have it. So this girl will give you a free raspberry. So, yeah, that's a berry. And right here, and thankfully, there is not only a TV, but there's also an old rest stop that you can put up to here. That's a fine idea, you should do that. Yes, we shall. Because my Pokemon got pretty freaked up. Oh dear, your Pokemon's still tired? You should take another rest here. That's a fine idea, you should do that. Look, lady, I know you're very caring and all, but no. Right, so the TV's flashing. Let's see. In search of trainers. Hi, today I'm visiting an area near Route 111. We are trying to spot some up-and-coming new talent in the field. Today, we turned our lens on the trainer May. There's something about this trainer that piqued our interest. The best way to determine how strong a trainer is, well, the fastest way is to battle. So we began our investigation. That's how we ended up in a battle with May, just by exchanging a bunch of dots. In a dominating performance, we were flattened, rolled up, and tossed aside. May's ruthlessly strong. Here's our impressions after having battled our featured trainer. The combination of Manectric and Swallow was divine. The sight of them, Manectric and Swallow, selflessly supporting each other in the thick of battle, even though all they did was attack us and pretty much fucked us up. It was a marvelous sight to behold. Spark was the move the trainer used last in our battle. The move Spark is Manectric and Swellow's sign of friendship. Oh, you have no idea. In the anime, something really ridiculous happens, but... Yes, we replied, Oi, oi, oi! The May's Pokemon, Manectric, and Swellow, and Oi, oi, oi! That's deep significance behind that quote. Just going, Oi, oi, oi! Keep in mind, I'm cutting the parts out where I show you like what phrase I chose. And I'm seriously freaking glad because, you know, oi, oi, oi is the best freaking thing ever. I knew as soon as I, like, chose that, I was like, oi. Yeah, I was just like, oi. Yeah, so, just be very thankful. Be absolutely incredibly thankful that I did that for you guys. Anyway, more berries. We got picked up more berries, and now we can continue, you know, with the whole moving on. And, yes, our Pokemon do look like serious actors. I have to ask you for an engagement. For engage. Look at your hair. You have green hair. That is literally impossible. I wish I could become friends with more strong people like you. Thank you very much. And now to heal up my Pokemon with berries. Because, you know, berries are the key to survive. Do I have... Yeah, I do have... That is seriously a flaw. I don't know, like, something about, you know, the neutral option of berries being check tag is just... I don't know why, but that bothers me. I feel like it bothers me and only me, but jeez. I just want to use the berry, not check the tag. I know about berries, thank you. I may not look like I know everything, but I know everything. You don't have to yell at me. Also, this song coming up is really great. I really like Route 113's music a lot. Like, Okay, I might be, like, really, really familiar with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire's soundtrack at this point. And honestly, they really do an awesome job remixing, like, this and so many other themes. But even in this state, I still think that, you know, Hoenn's soundtrack is just too good. It's just kind of good. I mean, too good, but... What? Alright. Okay. It's good soundtrack. What am I trying to say? It's a good soundtrack. It's good shit. It's good shit. That's what I'm trying to say. But, either way, right over here, we get a super repel. So that's automatically better than a repel in that, you know, it wastes 200 steps instead of, you know, 100. So, yeah, there you go. Anyway, I don't really feel the need to fight trainers anymore. Like, okay. So, I feel like I've already, like, trained up enough in, or pretty much fought enough in this video, so I don't want to fight any trainers anymore. I'll just fight those 3 trainers off screen because they're not really needed for anything. But actually, they may not be needed for anything, but I'm gonna get that because I know for a fact that there is an item over there. Also, there is a new class of trainer that we haven't seen yet either way, so yeah, take for that what you will. Either way, Ninja Boy. You can pretty much tell which one's the Ninja Boy. So they commonly like to use poison types, and they will often hide in those little tufts of dirt. So, you know, it can be kinda hard to spot them if you don't have any sort of good vision. But, with that being said, Ninja Boys. They will surprise you. They will indeed surprise you, and that will be about it for the Ninja Boys. So, yeah. Also, Baltoy. We haven't seen that Pokemon yet, so that's interesting. We're gonna fight them anyway, or we're gonna find them in the wild again anyway, so just thought you ought to know that they exist. I'll use my ninjutsu on you. Volcanic ash for a cloak! What? It's already over. Don't be a Naruto, everybody. You don't want to be like Yuffie. You don't want to be like everyone else. Oh! Yep. This is also unfair because, you know, you have immediately another trainer battle out of the way. Also, that. Also, yeah, Pokemaniacs. They are a class of trainers that I think they often like to use, like, really rare Pokemon, I believe. If you saw a sprite, it was really weird. That's all I have to say about that. But either way, hidden in this tuft of dirt is a nugget. So, you know, nuggets are always good to have. So, you know, you can do that. Also, it's fun to walk around in volcanic ash, even though you kinda would have hard breathing. Or very hard to breathe, I guess. Yeah. You would be very hard pressed to breathe in volcanic ash. But there's more to it than that, actually. There is indeed more to, you know, that ash aspect, just because, you know, you're running around in ash a lot, only on this route. This area is covered in volcanic ash, Huff Puff. I'm specifically gifted, Huff Puff. I make glass out of volcanic ash and make items, Huff Puff. Go collect ashes with this. So we get a soot sack. So, take that soot sack and walk around the piles of ash, and you can fill it up with volcanic ash. And once you think you collected it good enough, you can go see him for various items that you can do. I'm just gonna go about and say it. If you really care about secret bases, all you're going to really need to care about is collecting enough ash, like a lot of ash, just by running around the place and keeping up a repel, so you won't run into any given wild Pokemon. And, wait, what did I just do? Oh, I just accidentally turned off my PS3 controller, and suddenly just, you know, made it seem like it was an analog stick that went along with it, not the actual control pad. Jeez. So it's on this route where you can also find, the Slugmas, of course. I don't think we actually ran into a certain Pokemon yet, but, I'm just gonna keep on walking around the grass, ignoring the trainers and whatever. Until I find a specific Pokemon. I mean, I'm not going to be using it on my team, but I just want to know that it's there. Anyway, Spinda. Spinda is no good by any given means. However, there is something actually pretty interesting about Spinda. If you think that all Spindas look like that, like, you know, their dots are in all in the same places, no, they do not. Future me, put up how many combinations of Spinda you can possibly find with the dot formations and all that around their bodies. Yeah, that much. So if you really, really want to go for the grand effect of, you know, getting every single Spinda known to man, good luck. You're gonna need it. But there's also another Pokemon that you can find here. It's also pretty rare too. I mean, Spinda is not that rare. Slugma can be sort of rare. But this Pokemon is actually pretty rare. In fact, it's significant because I used this on my team in Pokemon Ruby. If you remember from way back when, quite obviously. So I'm just gonna jump around and see if I can find it. Oh, there we go. There we go. There's the guy. Alright, so if you remember way back when, I used a Skarmory on my team. Skarmory is one of the most interesting, you know, Steel-type Pokemon. Because it's Steel Flying type, and as of this point in the series, in Pokemon Emerald, it's one of the best walls that you could possibly hope for. Like, seriously, it's got really high defense, really good special defense. Plus, I believe it has sort of the physical attack to back it up as well. It's one of the few Pokemon that can actually effectively use the move Spikes. Like, it can set up spikes to the opponent, and, you know, since it's a wall and everything, you know, it can just, you know, set up spikes, and every time your opponent would switch out, some of the Pokemon would get hurt. And plus, the spike stacks, so that's really, really interesting for Skarmory to have. So on the whole, Skarmory is a really good Pokemon. That's why I chose it to be on one of my team for, Ruby. But in the main, Skarmory is, you know, very, very rare also, so keep that in mind if you want one. But either way, once you collected enough, things, ashes, I believe, you can talk to that guy, you can talk to the volcanic ash man, and he'll offer to make you some items. Some of them you can decorate for your, tree, some you can decorate for your secret base, but others, they are specifically flutes. Here's what they do on screen right now. Honestly, I wouldn't necessarily go for any of these. I mean, already you have berries to heal up your status conditions, and, you know, you already have enough medicine to back you up. But otherwise, you know, it's a fun little way, I suppose, to get yourself some free items. I mean, sure, you have to walk around a whole lot, and, you know, you have to leave and come back every single time, because, you know, the ashes don't stay permanently collected, because, you know, every time you leave the area, they'll go back for it. The ash will just, you know, remain there. But if you want to go for it, be my guest. Either way, we are done here. We have made it to Fall Arbor Town, which those Team Magma guys mentioned. Maybe something interesting will happen here in Fall Arbor Town. So until then, we are done. Next time on Pokemon Ruby, we are going... What? Did I freaking just say Pokemon Ruby? Because that was seriously a slip up my tongue. I apologize for every single little thing that I do. Including that burp in my mouth, excuse me. We're going to explore Fall Arbor Town. And, you know, see what there is to see. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.